Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going to go through the classic Star Wars by Dark Horse, or actually from the comic strips to comic books. And I'm going through issues 10 through 16. I don't know which happened which because I have this trade paperback that doesn't divide out the chapters in there. So I'm just going to review this all together. First off, Han starts off by saving Luke, who has crashed for the 9th time. Underwater on a water skimmer or whatnot, and there's this like space kraken who's gonna get Luke, but don't worry, Han saves the day. I was just happy that he's crashed 9 times now. You think Han would maybe mention that. Anyway, they return to the rebel base just in time to ward off another TIE fighter strike. You know, they're just strafing the rebels just to kind of keep them there, or test out their defenses. And that the latest battle unleashes the Sith Beast from his slumber. You remember the Sith Beast from Tales of the Jedi? If you're reading in chronological order, Exar Kun told him mysteriously to wait in one of those temples. Now that was something that Kevin J. Anderson did because he was a big fan of the comic books, and he wanted to explain this Sith Beast. Now I think they call him a Night Beast in the comic book, and for some reason he has Force sensitivity because Luke can feel him in the Force. So that's Kevin J. Anderson said, hey, you know what? While I'm writing Tales of the Jedi, I may try to explain that. Now, the Sith Beast in Tales of the Jedi is red, and this Sith Beast is green. But it could be they changed color over a millennia. Who knows? Either way, it was a nice way to kind of explain what this beast is suddenly doing there, because it came from a pod station, like a high-tech pod station, which would have been a Sith hibernation chamber or whatnot. But Luke doesn't kill it. Luke, I forgot about this. Luke puts it and tricks it to get on a shuttle and ships it away, to be found another day, perhaps. But he eludes it. I thought he defeated it at the very beginning there, but I guess that was later on. Anyway, the next thing that happens is he hears rumors that Obi-Wan Kenobi is alive and on this planet, so he has to go see. Well, we're told at the very beginning that Darth Vader has set up an actor to portray Obi-Wan Kenobi and put a bunch of tech gadgets everywhere to make it look like Obi-Wan Kenobi is using the Force. And since Luke is not that strong in the Force, he believes it's Obi-Wan. Okay, and I believe this because, Luke post-Jedi would never fall for that, right? From then he's more in tune with the Force. But right now, Luke's still using a blaster just as much as he's using the lightsaber. And that, Obi-Wan is alive. He doesn't know how it happened, but he believes. He believes, and because he just wants to know that Obi-Wan's still alive. Well, the actor comes to respect Luke and be fond of Luke. In fact, in the dangerous situations they've been put in, which is 2 times, Luke has jumped in and sacrificed himself or saved, Obi-Wan at the risk of his own life, and that makes the actor feel bad. So when Vader says, bring him to the Iron Tower, which is this terrible thing they put on the planet to just torture the inhabitants of the planet. It sends out these signals that torture the inhabitants, really evil stuff from the Empire. But of course, the fake Obi-Wan actor sacrifices himself, blows up the tower, allows Luke to escape Vader's grasp once again. After that, we switch back to Han at the Rebel base. It seems like General Dodonna is worried that they may not be able to withstand any more Imperial attacks, especially if they come in a big fleet. But he sure could use. Leia remembers an old wives' tale, or rumor, legend has it, that there were power gems out in the galaxy, and a power gem can absorb energy and maybe even win the game and break through the shields and kill Darth Vader's Super Star Destroyer. And they're like, "Ooh, yeah, but where can we find one?" So Han gets volunteered to go. He finds the last space pirate of Iridium. He's not a pirate anymore, but he's the last of his kind because the Jedi Knights destroyed them during the Old Republic. Now here's the deal. I don't remember this, and I really wish someone would have made that into a story. Out of all these Old Republic stories, or Episode 3 or prequel trilogy, someone should have done this story. I think it would have been interesting. But this pirate is carrying the last power gem, and if Han and Chewie want it, they've got to go and win at this arena, which Han instantly nominates Chewie to battle in the arena for the power gem. But while Han's idea is to have Chewbacca challenge the champion outside of the ring, thereby screwing the pirate out of getting his money for a championship fight, and while Chewie is beating him up, Han secretly sneaks in as that serves also as a distraction for him to sneak in and grab the power gem. But then he realizes and he exposes the pirate, hey, this power gem is weak. It's running out of power. Probably has only one more burst of power left. And the pirate's like, please don't tell anyone. They'll all be mad, because he's just trying to make a lot of money and then pawn off a dead power gem is what he's trying to do and escape with all this money. So he goes, well, the only people that keep it a secret is Chewbacca. So even though the fight was unsanctioned because it happened outside the arena, the pirate agrees to go ahead and says, okay, yeah, if Chewie wins, y'all have won the power gem then. And of course, Chewie wins in the end. They get the power gem and deliver it back to the Rebel Alliance. But you know what's even better? Luke celebrates his 10th, yes, 10th crash landing as he shoots through an asteroid belt, gets hit, crash lands on the ice planet Hoth. That may turn out to be handy one day. Meets a Imperial governor and his daughter, and they are basically, living in they're outcasts. He ran away from the Empire, the exile in a way. If the Empire knows he's there, they're going to kill him. And he tries to kill Luke because his daughter's falling in love with Luke. And this is kind of weird, but of course Luke accidentally hits him with his lightsaber. Oh no, I killed him. Wait, he's a robot? And he thought that the father had killed the daughter with the blaster shot, and turns out she was a robot too. They were robot decoys for the real father and daughter who are out there somewhere, I mean, the old replica droid gag, Luke fell for it again. And before you come down too hard on this, remember, this isn't far off. This is just maybe a couple of months before they meet Guri from Shaz of the Empire. So they existed out there. But in this rebellion era, the adventure never stops. So Luke and Leia go to Mon Calamari to visit Admiral Akbar, his planet. This is Admiral Akbar's first chronological appearance. His planet has now decided to join the rebellion, and they want to go with him. There are some sea serpents that capture the Millennium Falcon, drag it to the depths, and they're trying to figure out how to free the Falcon because there's an Imperial garrison on the planet that's coming for them, and they have to free. They're called, I think, giant space worms or something. And the giant worms, I think, is what they're called. And as they finally figure out a way to have them release the Falcon, it's just in time for Luke and Han and everyone and Leia to get away. And as they make it back, there's another strafing run by the Empire, those pesky Imperials, and Luke sees a scout ship kind of hiding out. Well, that scout ship belongs to Varad Dodonna, General Dodonna's son, and he's acting like he just got hit, and he was too damaged to join the battle, and his entire fleet that was sent off to fend off the TIE fighters is gone. In reality, Luke's like, no, you coward, you ran from the battle, and you probably did some self-inflicted blaster burns on your ship to make it look like you'd gotten attacked. And then Varad goes, them fighting words, Solo, meet me out in the jungle. And they do get out in the jungle, and then for some reason decide to put a halt to it when someone calls out for them in the jungle. They're like, hey, why are y'all bruised and bloody and bleeding? No one says that. No one says, hey, were you guys fighting out here? No one says that. But they get in the ship with, and this is kind of silly, but it's got the power gem encrusted on a little rod attached to the ship. And they go off and they fight the Executor. And of course the Executor can't hit them because the power gem's so powerful, but it doesn't seem like it has enough power to penetrate the Executor's shields. And so they take a time out where Varad lands on a nearby planet and says, I quit, we're done, let's run. Or let's try to make a deal with Darth Vader. Let's give him the gem for our lives. He doesn't know it's about to die. And Luke's like, no, you got to have more faith like that. Well, more faith in the, Rebel Alliance. Luke, forever the optimist in the expanded universe, that is. Well, it turns out that Han Solo appears to help him out because he kind of had a feeling Varad was up to no good. And Varad basically strands Luke on the planet. But Luke knows why. Varad is ashamed of himself. Luke basically shames him for saying, you want to abandon your dad? And so he takes the ship on his own and does a kamikaze run against the Executor. Darth Vader is waiting for him. They move all their shields to forward where he's kamikaze him, and it blows up the little power gem in the ship. And they're like, yay, success. but their aft shields they don't have any aft shields. The Millennium Falcon comes up behind them and just does a strafing run and takes out the Super Star Destroyer. You know, with no shields, this makes sense. And Darth Vader and them, they weren't ready for this, and so they get damaged and they're taken out of invading the Rebel Alliance home planet on Yavin 4. So Darth Vader tells Admiral Griff that he has to do the invasion on his own. And Admiral Griff is happy because he wants all the glory. He wants the Emperor to celebrate him over Darth Vader. So he goes to attack, and this is the Rebels' last stand on Yavin 4. They know this. Luke gets promoted to commander, and then as they're all fleeing, General Dodonna, grieving over his son, knows he was a hero in the end, goes ahead and makes the ultimate sacrifice and blows up the base, takes a few TIE fighters or Imperials with him, and we think he is dead. Or is he? You'll find out in a couple of years. All right, but anyway, folks, I'll see you next time.